The 2022 Ford Expedition and Expedition Max are the company's biggest and most versatile family haulers. While they're not as easy to get in and out of as a minivan, Ford's largest SUVs is available with 3 rows of seats, a notable 9,300-pound maximum tow rating, and the ability to go off-road. While these attributes apply to others in the large SUV segment, the Expeditions boast one of the smoothest rides and roomiest cabins. For 2022, Ford gives the Expedition lineup revised exterior and interior styling as well as new features and options. Along with obvious changes to its front end, the cabin inherits a fresh dashboard design that's similar to the one seen inside the recently redesigned Ford F-150 pickup truck. Ford refreshes the Expedition with standard LED headlights, and new taillight and wheel designs. The exterior wraps its broad shoulders into a skinny jacket, and the interior dresses down into simplicity with subtle accent flair if you look for it. Motivating the Expedition is a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 and responsive 10-speed automatic transmission that pair with rear or all-wheel drive. The standard engine makes 380 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, but on limited models that output is boosted to 400 horsepower and 480 pound-feet. An even higher output version is available on the Timberline trim and on the Limited with the Stealth Performance package that bumps those figures to 440 horses and 510 pound-feet. While we haven't sampled either of those engines, we've previously tested a Platinum model with a 400 HP twin-turbo V6. This is a mid-cycle refresh, so the Expedition's overall styling is not dramatically different. But there are some attractive updates, thanks in part to 2 new trims, Timberline and the Stealth Edition Performance package. Familiar trims like the Base XL, King Ranch, and the luxurious Premium return as well. The Timberline is aimed at outdoor enthusiasts, and the Jeep Wagoneer, with a best-in-class ground clearance of 10.6 inches. Ford also gave it the F-150 Raptor's underbody protection. Other features include orange body accents, 33-inch Goodyear Wrangler tires, and the Bronco's Trail Turn Assist system. The 2022 Ford Expedition interior has a chunky dashboard that includes traditional knobs and buttons for the climate controls and stereo. The cabin materials and trim pieces get fancier from model to model, topping out on the Platinum trim, which is appointed with rich leather upholstery and massaging front seats. Both the regular Expedition and long-wheelbase Expedition Max have spacious interiors and, unlike most rivals, its third row won't torture adults. A 3-seat bench is standard for the second row, but you can spec a pair of captain's chairs if you want. The Max offers unbeatable interior cubby storage. Every model has a power-folding third row that can be controlled from the cargo area or back seats. Both second and third rows fold completely flat for a level floor, making it easier to load things. The Expedition's interior is as vast as you'd expect of a vehicle this large. Due to ample legroom and headroom throughout, even 6-foot-tall adults will have no problem fitting in the third row, something that can't be said of all full-size SUVs. We're also impressed by the Expedition's materials quality. Though surfaces are more durable than supple, the overall design and feel are less industrial than the rival Chevrolet Tahoe's cabin. The 2022 Expedition receives a larger standard infotainment touchscreen measuring 12.0 inches. There's also an available touchscreen measuring 15.5 inches, which looks borrowed from the Mustang Mach-E electric SUV. Both have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality. In addition to the front wireless charging pad, USB ports are available in all 3 rows of seats. Optional or included depending on trim is an all-digital gauge display, which replaces the smaller display supplemented by analog gauges. New this year is an available 22-speaker Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. An optional rear-seat entertainment setup will keep second-row passengers busy with video displays mounted to the front-row seatbacks. Along with an assortment of standard and optional driver assistance technology, the Expedition offers two highly advanced pieces of equipment. The top-of-the-line Platinum model comes with Ford's hands-free driving feature called Blue Cruise. The off-road-oriented Timberline trim features a trail turn assist that gives the SUV a tighter turning radius by braking the inside rear wheel in sharp, slow-speed turns when the vehicle is in four-wheel drive mode and on soft surfaces. The base XL Expedition comes with a power-adjustable driver's seat, and cloth covers the ample bucket seats in front and the 40/20/40 bench seat behind it. Leather covers limited and higher trims, and upgrades include heaters, coolers, massagers, and equally comfy captain's chairs in the second row. The second row's reclining seats offer 41.5 inches of legroom, and a wide pass-through lets third-row riders into the wayback relatively easily. The second row slides forward with and without car seats in place for easier entry and fewer chiropractic visits. The third row's expansive 36.1 inches of legroom doesn't account for the narrow shoulder and hip room that eventually would lead to kvetching from two adults or three kids. The cargo area behind row 3 holds a reasonable 19.3 cubic feet of carry-on stacked to the roof. With the third row power folded, on all but the base model, the space expands to 63.6 cubic feet. With just the front seats in place, the Expedition holds 104.6 cubic feet of potential home repair projects. But wait, there's still more. The Expedition Max adds a foot in length and a wheelbase longer by 9.1 inches for even more cargo space. The seating specs remain the same, but the cargo area expands to 34.3, 79.6, 121.5 cubic feet when you domino the rows. Ford has not announced final pricing at this time but promises production will get underway at its Louisville, Kentucky plant in early 2022. The outgoing model begins at just under $50,000 while the fully loaded Platinum rings in at about $75,000. We don't expect these figures to change much. Ford couldn't have launched the refreshed 2022 Expedition at a better time. The all-new Jeep Wagoneer has arrived and promises to be a tough rival. The Chevrolet Tahoe and GMC Yukon corporate cousins still remain formidable foes, but the Expedition does now offer slightly better towing capacity.